Welcome to Binge Diaries. I have thoughts, so let's unpack. This is Runaways Season 2, Episode 8, and right out the gate, I had to pause, because, So, that confusion with Jonah and his all of a sudden Australian accent that he had at the end of the last episode was real. So, Jonah himself is not the alien or the light. It's what, possessed him, I guess? Okay, so it's all coming together. The body was the host. Now that I'm officially done with Episode 8, I really, really wish that I said my actual thoughts at the end of the last video and said different ways that I could see season 3 could go. But instead, I said that I was gonna wait and save it for the final thoughts video. And I don't know if is there a point to saying it now, anyways? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share them. So I still do believe that it could go with the alternative time or whatever. It still could go that way. But hear me out. If they don't and they continue from where they are, since the ship blew up and all these light particles had went everywhere, what if those are the light particles that attached to them and it just bounced from person to person? It's jumping, finding a new host. What if the same is happening for Jonah? Maybe he is inside one of them right now or on one of them right now, waiting for the perfect opportunity to grab another host, considering that that's what happened before. It could go that way. I also still see Carolina being the new enemy. She is going to be the new enemy because she is so upset about it, and she is the one that's gonna I don't know, jumpstart them to come back, I guess. I don't really know how to put that into words, really. I see it going a couple different ways. I'm gonna save some for the actual final thoughts video, but I just needed that out there just in case I was right, that I have some type of record instead of just in my mind. But anywho, I am so happy Livy is back, and she means big business. Okay, I don't think Alex should have shared that much about Pride, especially since he's loud and wrong. It wasn't Pride that killed Darius. It wasn't even your parents. It was just your mom, and he's blaming the dad. And I completely understand where Tamara is coming from, which is Darius' wife. Yeah, you don't get to just drop somebody off and think that that's going to make everything okay. No. But if they are as dangerous as Alex is describing to you, why be so loud with your threats? Come on now. And then you just so happen to be threatening the right person because really he feels bad. And he really loved Darius like a brother. But that doggone Catherine, cat, Alex mama, huh? Nah, she don't care nothing about it. And after threatening her, she probably would have shot you again. Or worse, she would have blew you, the baby, and the grandma up in that house. Because she's ruthless, heartless, and don't got no soul. Last thing I want to say is about Molly. Molly. I don't know what her plan was going back in there, but it really didn't go well for her. Just dangerous. She risked everybody getting caught. It's either they're going to sit there and wait for her because she was supposed to meet them back at the car and Gert's most likely not going to leave her, or they're going to go back in there and try to rescue her. But still, either way, they may get caught. Whether they sitting there and getting caught or they go inside and get caught. Best case scenario is that the cops try to transport Molly somewhere else. They see them and they go ahead and follow them and then try to come up with a plan there to rescue her. But going in there or just sitting there sitting ducks, not gonna work. They could be canvassing the area looking for them right as we speak. It was just selfish on Molly's part. She needed that fix, that reason to really showcase her powers or catch them by surprise. Or I don't really know what she was really trying to feel or about it, but I don't know. I really hope she can get herself out of that situation and it doesn't make it any worse for them, because they are cops at this point. So if she hits them or anything like that or hurt them, she could be wanted again. This is Runaways Season 2, Episode 9. So, in the beginning, something was telling me that the AWOL character's role will be, developing more, because Frank going against Leslie, that's going to show the effect of her having a pocket cop, and make him rise, automatically, and then boom. The rest of the episode plays out so well for me to be right again. His involvement not only increased, he took over. Yeah. And then I absolutely love that Jeffrey is still standing on business when it comes to his wife, because what make you think you can hurt him and everything's just gonna be good? The audacity she has. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the highlight of this episode for me. It's the meat of it all, putting everything together for real. So let's start with Stacey, because that's where it pretty much all comes together. It starts with her. I could be right again about the light particles when the spaceship blew up and it attaching to them, and the lights looking for another host. I could be right again. Stacey was not acting like herself. She was not wearing her glasses. She was snappy with her husband, talking about war and fighting and stuff. And right before she snapped back into herself, there was this bright light or whatever, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it could be a light. She is a host, and if so, for who? Is it Jonah again, or is it somebody else? But then that brings me to Carolina. She is hearing voices. A voice. Someone, it could be the light, but someone said they've been looking for her. And get this. It is a woman's voice. Whoa. Now, the voice that Carolina is hearing, it could still be Jonah. His voice just could be a woman because his host is a woman, or it could be somebody entirely different. But who? And why would they be looking for Carolina? We know she has a brother, but do she have a sister? Or maybe it's Jonah's wife, like in that his alien wife. Like, what? Who could it be? Oh my goodness. I am so excited for this. Oh, and the last thing that has something to do with Stacey, or the last thing that I'm going to say in general. The reason why Gert and Old Lace could be like sick and stuff like that is because Stacey is sick. Stacey developed Old Lace, I guess, like through her like blood or whatever, their science experiment, because her Gert and Old Lace have this connection. Gert is feeling. So Gert and Old Lace body is basically telling everyone that something is sincerely wrong. Like something is wrong. They don't know where, they don't know why, but something is wrong. And I'll tell you what's wrong. They are feeling bad because Stacey is dying. The host of the aliens always dies. So she has to be slowly deteriorating, and they are feeling the effects of it. Well, Old Lace is feeling the effects of it, and because Old Lace is, so is Gert. Yeah. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you have any show recommendations, drop them down below. Just keep them bingeable and spoiler free. Subscribe for more.